When it comes to opening CSGO cases, I think that most people realize that your chances at profit are slim to none. But what if I told you that there might actually be a slight method to the madness when opening cases? Hey guys, my name is Fire, and today I'm going to be talking about the best CSGO case to make profit from. This idea, an entire video really, came from the statistics that Reddit user xneon discovered after roughly 10 hours of analyzing the average return price for every CSGO case. That Reddit post will be linked at the top of the description, and I highly recommend looking at it for yourselves if you ever want to do a big case opening. But for now, let's go over exactly what it is and how he made his calculations. Before we get into the actual odds of making money, there's some things that I want to go over first. First of all, how he got his calculations. To calculate the average return, he got the average price for each rarity and then multiplied that by the chance to get them. Note that he didn't just get the average price for each skin. He states that he calculated the average price for each skin by taking the price for the most common condition, which was most of the time field tested, and lowering it or rising it depending on the float range and the price of other conditions. So for example, something like a StatTrak factory new Fire Serpent, which is extremely rare, wouldn't affect too much of the average price of red skins in the Bravo case. If this doesn't really make that much sense to you, just know that he took a lot of things into consideration, especially float values and the chances of getting certain conditions of weapons. Also keep in mind that these values are not perfect, especially since the market is always slightly fluctuating in prices. But even if they're slightly off, they still do a good job in showing certain cases that have a better return on investment than others. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at the chart that Neon made. Based on this chart, we can see the average return on investment for all of CSGO cases. Some are better than others, while others are much worse. On average, while opening most CSGO cases, you have around a 50% return on investment. Now, just to clear up any confusion, this doesn't mean you have a 50% chance in profiting. It means that on average, you get 50% of the money you put in to purchasing the case and the key. So on average, you're pretty much cutting your money in half every time you open a CSGO case. This honestly makes a lot of sense and seems pretty realistic, as if we look at the official odds of CSGO cases, there's around an 80% chance to get a blue and around a 16% chance to get a purple. So it makes sense that you're not going to get profit a good percentage of the time. Now, with that being said, let's talk about how this information can be useful. Some CSGO players might just have a few extra bucks in their Steam account one day, while others might be feeling lucky and put $100 or so into a case opening. Honestly, if you just open a few cases, this isn't going to affect you that much. But if you ever decide that you've got a few extra bucks in your account and want to go for a huge opening, I really recommend taking a look at this chart and consider putting your money into something like the Chroma 2 case, which has a 62% return on investment, rather than the Spectrum 2 case, which only has a 41% return on investment. Because let's be honest, the chance of you getting a knife is super low, and most of the time you're just going to be stuck with blues and purples. So at least after you dump the $100 you spent on opening cases, you'll get 62% of the money back rather than 41% on average. So overall, just know that if you do plan on doing a big case opening, number one, don't expect profit because the odds will always be against you, and number two, take a look at this chart because at least you'll have a better chance at saving some of your money while still opening a cool case. At the end of the day, know that it is still just a gamble and you're still risking a ton of money, so just know, be okay with losing the money you're putting in because it is CSGO cases. But besides that, that pretty much does wrap it up for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, definitely don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.